Hi, Aries Sun, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon. This recording is for your sign, whether you are a Sun sign, a Rising sign, or a Moon sign in Aries. This will be a general reading, and sometimes your rising sign or your moon sign could make better sense to you than your sun sign. Therefore, please listen for your rising sign, for your moon sign, and for your sun sign, because at different months they're going to make sense to you in a different way, or maybe your sun sign may not even make sense to you at all in particular months. I have already uploaded your videos for those of you who are interested, where I'm looking more into depth with your Akashic record messages. I am clearing your energy, and I'm also sending some Reiki healing to you. The link for the Vimeo videos, again, the Vimeo videos have been published already. The link for that will be down here for those of you who are interested. And also, when you visit my Vimeo page, take a look at the other videos that I have uploaded for you, the 6 months predictions special overlooking into next year, a little bit the Jupiter special videos, and I am also working on the new videos, your yearly predictions for 2018. And I will try to do a live streaming either tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, the 5th or the 6th of November. So we can do the Akashic reading live this time, if that's going to be possible for me to fit it in my schedule. I will announce that in my YouTube channel anyway. To contact me for a private reading, my email is amalightworker@gmail.com, and please visit my website, amalightworker.com. Now allow me to focus on this reading for you. The first card that you have, so the general feelings that I'm picking up from your reading have to do with reconsidering your choices, transformation, having to deal with the resolution and resolving of issues, preparing to make changes, important decisions that have to do with money, your income, your job, but also important decisions in some relationships or with people that you are related to them in some way. It is also about nurturing and attending to your own needs, to your personal needs, your soul needs. It is about reconnecting with your own self, and thus reconnecting to what is more meaningful to you in your life. What do you put value in it? What do you feel that you are connected to in the universe? So now let's break it down one by one. The first card that showed up for you is the Empress. It does fall in the position of what happened in the past that may still be influencing you in your present current situation or in your future. To me, the Empress means it represents abundance, it represents feeling, emotions, self-expression, your social life, but it also represents long and short distance trips. But to me, it also represents a personal meaning is also pregnancy. You may be pregnant, or someone you know may be pregnant. And it also represents a female figure, a mother-like figure to you. Could be a grandmother, an aunt, a great-grand-aunt. So a woman who has crossed over and is now serving as one of your spirit guides. She's one of your ancestors, so you don't have to necessarily have met them in this lifetime. And for you, I keep getting a message of, they are showing me the parent-child relationship. So either you lost one of your parents, possibly your mother, or the loss that you have experienced due to the loss of a child. And it feels like they're saying this, you're going to have some sort of a clashing of emotions within you, because definitely they are talking about your inner peace being a little bit affected. For some of you, you may still, maybe you are still trying and learning how to be a mother or a better mother, or still working in your relationship with your mother. But there's also a legal aspect to this. They're showing me like different aspects that have to do with the legality or even the judicial system for some of you. And it feels like you may still not know all the information that you need to know, or maybe you are trying to get help. Maybe you don't have the right help to deal with this situation, especially if it is about the legality of a situation. However, for some of you, if in some ways you are involved in a legal situation or in a legal aspect to a situation, for some of you they're saying that is coming to an ending or to a closure. And they are also mentioning a little bit of family issues and an inheritance matter. For some of you, not for all of you. It doesn't feel like anything bad is happening because they're mentioning the inheritance. That doesn't mean that anybody is dying. So they can, usually that's how it happens. They are not mentioning that at all. But they are mentioning, for some of you, it is about tapping into the gifts that you have inherited through your ancestors and through your family line. And for some of you, you have also inherited difficulties, struggles, and issues and family circumstances that have been passed on to you. They did not originate with you. I do keep getting, maybe not for a lot of areas, but for a significant part of you, maybe not the majority, but this seems to be important because they are bringing this up. Something that belongs to you will return to you. This may show up to you in the form of an inheritance, even through your partner or through your husband or through your wife. It doesn't have to be directly from your line of the family. They're talking about taking over a situation that to you seems a little bit out of control, or regaining access to something that you have lost in the past, regaining control, reimbursements, refunds, a sense of injustice, something that was done that felt very unjust to you, that either affected a family situation, okay, when you felt a little bit like alienated, or affected your income or your financial situation. They are talking about these two different situations, the family and the financial situation, kind of coming together and experiencing some sort of justification or justice. Things are coming to a closure. I also keep getting images of some of you buying certain stuff and then regretting buying it, and then trying to kind of return it so you can get your money back, or whatever you bought, whatever you did. Some of you may regret it and try to undo it, so get some sort of a refund. That could be the situation for some of you. And if you are someone who is pregnant and maybe has in your mind, maybe you are so much worried about the health condition, the pregnancy, the baby, I keep getting that for most of you, you don't really have a real issue to be worried, but it seems like in your mind, you may tend to exaggerate the situation a little bit. And then remember, this is also a card that has to deal with these emotions. So many emotions stirring up for you in this month of November, and it's going to be, the duality of emotions, good and bad. But whatever is going on, they're saying nothing that you won't be able to overcome, to resolve, nothing that will prevent you from having some sort of fresh start in your life. It is about choices, and life will kind of lead you and guide you toward making the right choices. And maybe that's why all of these emotions are stirring up, and maybe even in your mind, dealing with your fears, or in your mind running the situation over and over, or even analyzing, or um, overly focusing on details. That's going to be the case for some of you. The next card that you have is the Chariot, and it does fall in the position of your present current situation. To me, it means victory, positively driving forward, overcoming obstacles, but it is a card that to me denotes or indicates going within, introspection, re-evaluation of your maybe emotional affairs, re-evaluation of a situation, re-evaluation of matters of passion, a relationship, or even re-evaluating other matters that to you are confusing. And sometimes to me it also means travel. So travel came up through these two cards, long or short distance travel. To me it also a car. It also means a car, something that has to do with a car. Maybe a car inspection, the insurance, dealing with issues around the car, something with something around a car. Will show up for you, but I do feel like it's something positive. I don't see anything negative about this. Maybe recently you got a new car, and maybe dealing with the titles, the insurance, payments, or simply giving a good clean and organization, or whatever you need to do to your car. So now allow me to focus on this card. So let me figure out the messages behind this. Matters of passion can be very confusing, and they're talking about not necessarily anything bad happening, but it is about emotionally, and you having to make choices based either in the fact that you are starting to get bored, or in the fact that you feel the need for a change. You may be feeling a little bit bored in a relationship that you have. As a person, you do have many relationships. You have a relationship with your boyfriend or girlfriend or your husband. You have a relationship with your daughter or your son. You have a relationship with your parents. So they are not specifically saying which one of these relationships. So in at least one relationship, you may be feeling a little bit stale or bored or highly dissatisfied and disappointed. And you may working through your own emotions about overcoming the situation. To me personally, this card also means opposing forces, opposing energies, having to come together in the sense of unison. So for some of you, you may choose to focus on that particular relationship that maybe you felt you have neglected a little bit. This particular relationship could be with a person, but it could also be your relationship with the mysticism, the spiritual, the intuition, psychic, the relationship with your own personal ins, your wants, your needs, your deeper emotions, that part of your life when you feel deeply connected, tuning in into your own self, and also feeling a little bit spiritual. So it could be also the relationship with your own self, or the relationship with religion, faith, or spirituality. in your life. You may have to deal, and maybe even recently you dealt with lies, secrets coming out. But for some of you, I keep getting a sense of relief from the secrets that are coming out. This could be your secrets, you having to reveal something. This could be someone that you care about having to reveal something to you. Whatever the case is, you're listening to a secret or you saying a secret, revealing a secret, there is a sense of relief about this, and it doesn't feel that it is harmful, or at least not as harmful as you made it in your mind. However, for many of you, you do need to get more information in order for you to move on with something. You may need training. You may need to learn how to use this knowledge. It feels like in order for you to operate or to do something, focus on learning more, making the best of the knowledge that you have, and also researching for other knowledgeable people to help you, to teach you, to give you advice, maybe to hire them. But right now it is about you searching and looking for options, whether it is a piece of information, whether it is a piece of technology, whether it is a program, an app, a professional. So it is about you searching and testing out your options. And sometimes you may take something for a drive and maybe you get a little disappointed. Consider everything that is going on like you're taking things for a test drive. You may have in motion business ideas. You may have in motion, new ideas about a new job or a new career. But again, disappointment is associated with that time frame when you need to test things and run things and see what feel do you get, how do they work for you. And this could also be about a testing time in a relationship that you have, and maybe you having to prepare to kind of decide where to take this relationship next. What works for you anymore? What works for them, both of you? Where's the healing in this relationship? How do you benefit from that? For some of you, you are going to have like a minor success in a career that you already have. But for others, I keep getting that if you have already applied for another job, you may be hearing back from them, or this could be about you preparing for a possible changing of careers or switching of a job position. This may not necessarily happen now. You may prepare for it. You may, as I said, try things over and get a feel as to what you could be possibly doing. By next spring, whatever is going to happen in November and transpire now seems to be connected to the things that will happen for you by next spring. Maybe something will come to fruition by next spring. It could be, or it could be, in relation to this pregnancy. The next card that you have is the World, and it does fall in the position of, what position is this? It does fall in the position of the near future. Now, to me, the World, it is a card that it means guides and planetary movements are conspiring on your behalf to kind of change your life for the better, to bring something to you, changes, positive changes. And sometimes you may not feel the effects of these planetary movements right away, but they are conspiring in the, behind the scenes, so to speak, on your behalf. It also means encounters of importance, those sudden chance encounters, meetings, gathering, travel. Oh, excuse me for this moment. Let me shut this thing off. Okay. So travel, taking a chance, taking a risk, changes, worldly events that are happening that some way you may feel maybe emotionally affected by it, but it also represents temporarily blocks. So whatever is going on, it's meant to be a temporary block. So you shouldn't see whatever is going on with you as a sign for you to back down, not to try anymore, or not to move forward. It's just a bump in the road. For some of you, how you connect to people and how you speak to people, that could be changing, because I keep getting you at the center of everything and using every possible means to connect to different people, whether it is through texting, emailing, other ways to use maybe technology and the internet. And also I keep getting a small gathering of people, maybe in a classroom, in a seminar. There's going to be some sort of an exchange of knowledge for some of you. If you work in a classroom, if you do teaching or training, okay, if it's not teaching, training, there's some good opportunities and success for you if you do teaching, training, and now I hear also coaching. But there's also a little bit of competition. You may be competing for somebody's attention. Other people around you may be competing for your attention. This could be about competition at work. This could be you entering some sort of competition. But generally you may notice, like even forces, events, people, there is an underlying sense of things competing, people competing. If it's not you, you may feel like, you know, people competing in a match, or I keep getting competitions. You may feel like you just want to watch a good game, and it's about either two teams competing or two individuals competing at a sport. For some of you, this is your artistic expression. Especially important if you are artistic and you do something creative or artistic. You may come up with ideas, plans that maybe you won't see the value of it right away, but maybe toward next year you're going to realize how valuable these ideas are, these creative ideas are. So there is some sort of opportunity or reward, especially if you are an artist. You may go through days when you may choose to kind of shut down and kind of think, take your time to think or meditate on your choices or whatever, or just time alone. But there's also going to be other times when you are really going to choose to socialize and get along with people, even if sometimes you have to make an effort to get along with some people. Maybe it's not always so easy. So it is about that, you trying to find that proper balance of me time, going within, and going out, celebrating, inviting people, and that trust that you put in people, or in the trust that you put in the promises that people make to you. And again, do not promise anything that maybe you are not able to deliver. For some reason, that seems to be an important message for some of you. So don't promise anything, rather do than promise. The next card that you have is the Six of Pentacles. It does fall in the position of advice. The Six of Pentacles, it is the card of generosity, giving and receiving in a healthy way. But it also means, please assess what you can give and assess also what is offered to you. For some of you, this could be either a deal, maybe I keep getting that part, or two people or groups of people negotiating, kind of trying to reach some sort of an agreement. This could be in a work situation, this could be in a family situation, this could be in a legal situation, this could be in anything, maybe even if it is about bargaining about a price. But it seems to be like some sort of an important negotiation that will bring something to fruition, and you shouldn't turn every opportunity away without properly examining the opportunity or the deal if somebody is offering you a deal. And at the same time, you shouldn't feel disappointed that whatever the deal was going to be or the promise is that will happen, it's not 100% exact. So this is about you not having to always set your expectations too high, regardless of how wonderful the situation may appear on the outside. But it is also about giving and receiving money, your income, how you make your income and how you spend the money that you make. You may go through some sort of important planning, reevaluation, restructuring of your financial affairs. And for some of you, you may have that deep desire that you need to make more money. You know how to make more money. And you may do the proper course of action that is going to lead you to make more money, whether it is trying to look for a better job, a business idea, getting more courses, certifications, qualification that would allow you to add more to the skills that you have. And maybe this is how money is going to come in. For some of you, this is a legal case. Because the sign right here, the scale represents legal stuff. So maybe money will show up for you through a legal case or through winning a legal aspect to a situation. Could be work compensation, could be if you have some sort of a legal case going on, a lawsuit that you are not starting, but this is stuff that already was happening. So started already. This could be something coming to a fruition or to a closure that would lead to you receiving some money. And it feels like maybe money that you well deserve. And this is how this is coming. People may start to feel generous toward you. Somebody may, for some reason, plan to, I don't know, maybe invite you to a party, throw a party for you. This could be some sort of a minor financial compensation at work, so maybe like a minor bonus or a minor increase, but again, it feels like you're going to have to negotiate to get this bonus or this increase. Could be like some small compensation from taxes, on insurance, or some other form of payout. So this is what I keep getting from for some of you. And again, money is never bad, right? And the last card that you have the stars in the position of how to keep and maintain balance. To me, it means faith, hope, and messages in your dreams. But to me personally, it also represents your intuition. Everybody's intuitive. Your creative mind. Everybody, we all are creative in our minds. We have to create new ideas. And also your psychic ability and spirituality. And it also means feeling reborn inside out, transformation inside out. And unfortunately, it kind of ties back to what I said a little bit about, in different cards, about being a little bit hurt or disappointed, either by harsh words, enforced estrangement, or circumstance. And then again, the key word is temporarily are blocking you. Either you may decide to get closer to different individuals and work on making the relationship better, kind of coming together as a family or as friends or as business partner, or coming together as people who belong to the same community. But if the relationship is not helping you, it's not giving you that internal peace anymore, it doesn't have the passion anymore, you may really take your time to think things through about how to kind of disassociate yourself with this person, break the relationship if that is necessarily for you to do, or even to separate bank accounts, because for some of you I keep getting preparing for something to happen, and for some reason I keep getting the separation or the division of the income, money, or bank account. For some of you, this could be that if you lived with other people, maybe now you're going to have that income is coming together for you, so you may be getting ready to kind of move out on your own. That could be it, and that could be a good thing for some of you, being financially stronger and emotionally stronger to move out. Health. Some of you either have a chronic illness, important issues that are going on right now with your health, and you are addressing them. I keep getting skin, something that could be affecting your skin irritation, allergies, tattoos, tattoo removal, laser hair removal, microdermabrasion, feelings. I keep getting things, whatever this is, things with the skin. And they may just start to work right now, or they may give you the desired results. I keep getting some positivity in this, and for some of you, you may also choose to do some sort of an elective surgery. Or it could be, for the purpose of improving your looks, and maybe you decide to do something, even if it is plastic surgery. So it feels like I don't see any problems or any big negative aspect to this. But I also keep getting that how you feel about life, what values do you put on yourself, what values do you put in each and every relationship that you have, the value that you put in money, finances, the value that you put in your work, the value of everything will be questioned in your mind. Because this month, the connection between the value that you put, the value that you hold, and your income, and the potential to generate income and money seems to be tied together. So for some of you, either this is coming together, changes in the financial situation and in your values, or provided that you are going to work and change your values or transform your values, then that is spiritually, that is going to lead to you, to inspire you to start attract toward yourself better money. So money coming to you easily, because this is not about how much money you have, how rich you are or how poor you are, or this is not about, maybe money is not an issue at all, regardless of how much money you have to the bank. This is about how easily you attract money in your life, and it feels like there's a new energy toward this. And again, I keep getting a big manifestation in the making towards spring next year for many of you Aries. For right now, you are going to try to keep balance, and you are going to be completely transformed and renewed and finding a new sense of inner peace. Some of you may also take get a reading, be part of some sort of a spiritual circle. You may go for, developing your intuition or your psychic abilities, something exoteric in this as well. For others, I keep getting like training to learn a new training in learning how to use a new computer program. For some of you, may even learn how to drive. So it's about learning things that are going to make your life more spiritual and also more practical and successful. So this is the promise of success to come. And right now, it's you preparing for the change or for the success to come in, working out, the minor details and the bigger, keeping in mind the bigger picture the bigger vision for your life. I hope that made sense to you. Leave me a comment right down here. I'm very curious to hear about your comments. Again, this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to try to be doing a live streaming, so we can do the Akashic Records together. And let's see what's going to transpire through that. Click in the link down below. That's going to take you to the Vimeo videos. For those of you who are interested to know more, in the Vimeo videos, I'm giving your Akashic Records messages, I'm clearing your energy, and I'm also sending to you some Reiki healing. Contact me for a private reading. amalightworker@gmail.com, and visit my website, amalightworker.com. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you like my videos, please subscribe, thumbs up, and turn on the notification button, which is the little bell icon right here next to the subscribe button. And I'll see you soon in the next videos. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.